Hello, my project proposal is on Toyo Engineering. They're a company that's based out of Houston, Texas. They deal with engineering and construction management. The parent company is out of Japan. They self-perform engineering and construction management functions as a company who does construction. The actual installation and field construction is actually done by several subcontractors in which they hire to perform the actual activities in the field. But the design, the execution plan, the planning and scheduling is all done by the Toyo project team. Toyo emphasizes on quality control and assurance to ensure that the specifications are being adhered to in the field. This means that their QC team, their quality control and quality assurance team is pretty extensive as far as personnel that are on that project team. A good example of this is the Shintech ethane cracker plant project, one that I'm a part of. I am a senior quality control supervisor for Toyo Engineering in the completion of that project. The mission of Toyo Engineering Corporation Group is engineering for a sustainable growth of the global community. Based on their qualifications and their global first-rate engineering capabilities, they offer comprehensive solutions that fully meet the various requirements of their clients. And as part of their genuine attempt, they wish to contribute to the realization of a sustainable global community by harmonizing the supply of energy and basic materials with requirements for environmental protection. In order to achieve this mission, they will establish and maintain good relationships with their business partners on a mutually beneficial basis. In these activities, they will make significant efforts to achieve reasonable profits to increase the value of their enterprise in order to meet their stakeholders' expectations, as well as to provide for their employees with appropriate reward and skill development opportunities. The group aims to be a global leading engineering partner. In order to do this, they need to become the most trusted and long-term partner to their clients by solving the problems in a team effort from all the perspectives of the client. As a global first-rate engineering company, in order to carry out these projects all over the world, they will do so in the most efficient manner that is optimal to the local requirements, and by establishing and utilizing the best global business network made up of their group of companies within Global Toyo, to provide their clients with total value for the project in terms of and consisting of quality assurance, health and safety, schedule, cost, earned value, and by continuously improving on all the advantages and capabilities that they can source from the local economy. Within project management, they will apply to each project the most updated integrated project management skills and complete the project satisfying the expected purpose and targets. This is done through advanced project management training and encouraging their project managers to get their PMP certification through the Project Management Institute. The comprehensive integrated engineering technologies, they wish to orchestrate individual pieces of technical information prepared by each construction group in a design discipline so that it's a comprehensive system of information that is shared across all sections of the construction team. The high-tech application capabilities will always maintain and can make the best of the variety of using cutting-edge technologies or proprietary technologies to solve their clients' challenges. The optimum alliance building, which can be executed through the project by formulating the most optimal collaboration with various business partners worldwide, using technology as well, like Centrex or Skype. It's a video teleconferencing software where all members of the team, whether they're in Japan, Australia, England, United States, can collaborate on project issues or project direction. The advanced global networking is that they can always respond to their client's need on a global scale by taking full advantage of the merits of the global Toyo framework. They're able to build a creation cycle of intellectual property by maintaining, managing, and utilizing those intellectual properties acquired from the above activities, and thus continue to satisfy the needs of their client. Their operation covers engineering, procurement, and construction of industrial and manufacturing plants and facilities in an extensive range of fields, and this is also done on the global operating environment. They can offer master plans, operation and maintenance services, construction management, project management, and business consultation, all the way up to systems design and project development, all the way to execution. The values of Toyo is integrity, creativity, diversity, learning, and the team concept. For integrity to carry out the work in good faith under the own responsibility of Toyo is to focus on maintaining transparency and accountability in the course of performing all construction work activities. Within creativity is to create new values within the corporation for their clients and for themselves by applying wisdom and creativity to the greatest extent. The attempt to create change without adhering to past experiences. Underneath diversity, the respect of the individual and the personality of each person, as well as the culture and customs of each country and region. Toyo is made up of several cultures and several ethnicities, from Japan to Guam to China to India, Brazil, United States. The extensive diversity within Toyo construction is pretty extensive. Within learning is to acquire new experiences, skills, and knowledge within an enterprising spirit, to continuously pay attention to national and international technological and economic trends in an attempt to grasp the essentials of such trends. From the superintendent level, supervisory level, all the way up to management level, majority, I would say about 90% of those engineers and supervisors have degrees from a bachelor's level all the way up to master's level. And the director for Toyo USA has a PhD in engineering. The team concept is to achieve high performance through team play with their clients and partners, as well as within their own group, to respect the standpoint of other persons and to share information about knowledge and tasks. This is something that they do very well. Everybody works well doing as a team. The fear of failure is a disappointment within their culture, and one that they don't take lightly. In the SWOT analysis, we'll cover strengths. So Toyo does a very good job at organizing and analyzing data. They have a very robust technological team that has just about any type of system that you can think of in gathering and collecting data. They have extensive Excel skills in doing progressive and regressive analysis and doing earned value calculations. Toyo is very good at paying their vendors on time and quickly evaluating change orders. This is one of those conflicts that is very evident in the construction field, is when subs are asked to carry out work and there is no approved change order or the payment is delayed. Toyo does not delay any payment. Toyo's process for request for information and field instruction is top notch. I've been in this business for over 20 years, and everybody's process in doing field instructions, RFIs, to include inspection and testing plans, which are called ITPs. Toyo does a very good job of fully explaining the field instruction, what the scope of work is either being changed or added, and providing drawings immediately upon execution of that field instruction. The field instruction process leaves little to no room for disputes or conflict. The RFI process is the same way. It's all formal. It's all routed through all the appropriate departments. You could submit an RFI at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I guarantee you by 10 o'clock, within 2 hours, you're going to get a response. If that response is not readily available or immediate. On the other hand, Toyo's weakness is contract and contract negotiations within the area that they operate in. Currently, this contract is time and materials. They took and trusted the vendors and subcontractors that they hired for this project to provide them true and valid estimates and cost. In some cases, that was not the case, and it had nothing to do with whether or not they believed it or not. They didn't have the experience doing construction within the United States here in Louisiana, and didn't know what the production rates and man hours needed to execute some of the particular construction. And that was their downfall. They didn't understand the pitfalls of time and material contracts and how to properly manage and direct those specific man hours, and thus created more man hours that were burned unnecessarily. So in the future, I believe from this lessons learned from this project, they will pay more attention to production rates as it equates to man hours. I believe that with this project here at Shintech, ethane cracker plant project, I think there was a lot of lessons learned, and based on their culture, based on their work ethic, based on their knowledge and experience with analyzing data and reporting data, that is able to make decisions from the supervisory level all the way up to the director level. I think they really can compete against local U.S. construction companies. At this time, Shintech is advertising a new $1.56 billion expansion equivalent to the project that they're doing now, which is on the east side. Now the new project would be on the west side. I believe that they would be more successful if they competed for that project, knowing the lessons learned from this current project. So I guess we'll wait and see if they compete for that. The threat to Toyo is they didn't establish relationships early on. They established those relationships at the bid time. They probably would have been more knowledgeable and would have been beneficial to them had they come out here probably about 3 months prior to all the bids and just get to know the contractors that were bidding on the projects, understanding a little bit more of the current culture, the local available resources, and what the local crafts and skill sets were available for such a large project, knowing that they just went through a storm in 2016 there in Houston, as well as here in Louisiana, where a lot of plants, especially in the Houston area, have racked up a lot of skilled hands in pipe fitting, welding, insulation, scaffolding, all resources that Toyo is needed for their project. The amount of rework and wasted hours due to poor productivity impacted other work fronts in the schedule. I don't think they were planning on that. They weren't prepared for that. And so in order to get everything back on schedule, they had to accelerate the schedule and also work Saturdays and Sundays, which is a threat to their profit margin. Toyo USA needs more subject matter experts within the local area in which they are doing the construction in. So if they were in India, they would have no problem getting local subject matter experts. Here in the U.S., I think they thought it was going to be a lot easier than what was expected, and recently, within the last year, realized that they needed to have more local subject matter experts within each of the construction sections to advise them on what direction to go, or to advise them whether or not production is what the industry standard is here locally. Because of those conflicts and impacts, until they resolve those, they're still going to continue on a downward turn, eating up more of their profit. On our last project meeting, the work fronts and the man hours and the productivity were all improving on the production curve, based on the data, and so things are looking good.